Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. My name is Ella Zhang. I'm the International Markets Manager Asia at Visit Southland. So first of all, I just want to say a big thank you to Tourism New Zealand and Dashna for giving us this amazing opportunity to reconnect with our important travel trade partners in India. So just before I start, just a little bit about myself. So I came to New Zealand about 15 years ago. I was born in China and I finished my Master of Tourism Management at Victoria University in Wellington. After that, I worked at two different five-star hotels, Intercontinental Wellington, and I really enjoyed my time there. And so I moved to Queenstown in 2011. I was also managing the Sofitel Queenstown, which I'm sure many of you are very familiar with that beautiful hotel. After a few years, and I set up my own company, which is a high-end inbound operator with my two Kiwi business partners. The business was amazing, but I decided I need a bigger challenge. So many of you probably can recognize me or remember me from my previous role at the destination Queenstown. So with my previous role, I was lucky enough and traveled to India 3 times, visited many parts of the country. One thing I want to say, I'm a huge fan of Indian food and also the amazing hospitality as well. I still talk about all the time. And also the shopping's amazing. But yes, I'm sure there's some very familiar names and faces in the audience. Just want to say hi. So now, actually, I joined Visit Southland, which is another RTO, the Regional Tourism Organization. So our office is located in Invercargill. It's only 2 hours away drive from Queenstown. So I'm here today, obviously, to tell you more about these new regions actually I look after. So yeah, let's get started. So welcome to Southland. Oh, sorry. So welcome to Southland. Today I'm delighted to show you a few highlights of our region and explain what your clients can see, do, and taste while in the deep south of New Zealand. Our region spans across the very bottom of the South Island, just below Queenstown, and also including our region's Rokiura, Stewart Island. Rokiura is the Maori name for Stewart Island. Later on, I'm going to talk about more about Stewart Island. So you might think it's very pretty cold down here, but actually we have less rainfall than Auckland and Wellington. Also, we have a longer hours of daylight than anywhere else in New Zealand during summer season. So how to get here? So now if you can look at this slide, you can see we do have an airport. It's called Invercargill Airport. And it's very well connected with all the major ports. We have a direct jet service between Auckland and Invercargill. It's only a short 2 hours flight to get to this amazing part of New Zealand. Invercargill also has a very regular services between Christchurch and Wellington. So it's very easy to get to our region. Also, the nearest international airport, which is the Queenstown International Airport, as I mentioned, is still only 2 hours away, and Christchurch Airport, and it's only 1 hour flight away. So it's very convenient, very easy to get to our region. So our region is actually quite large, and we have the longest coastline in New Zealand. So from Invercargill to Tiana, which you know is the gateway of Fiordland National Park. It's only about 2 hours. It's actually closer if you're traveling to Fiordland at Milford Sound from Invercargill than Queenstown. Also, Invercargill is about 2.5 hours to Dunedin, which is also another very popular tourist spot. Invercargill to Christchurch, that's a 7 hours drive. Often the visitors, they probably would do this trip over a few days. Cool, and also our region is very hugely popular with self-drive and FITs, as we have very convenient connections to other main centers like Queenstown and Dunedin. Rental car options are available from the airport as well. Actually, I have to tell you that Invercargill is a very easy city to drive in. The original town planning incorporated very wide streets and a very easy grid layout. So it's quite simple to get around. And also the car parking is very cheap as well. I want to mention Southern Scenic Route, which is a coastal route spanning 600 kilometers from Dunedin through the Catlins and all the way up to Te Anau and finishing in Queenstown. This touring route can be done over 5 to 6 days and takes you through the pinnacles of New Zealand tourism attractions. It is a very popular destination for motorhomes or camper van travelers. So all those information can be found on our website detailing the facilities around the region for camper vans. So I talked about the regions actually I look after. Previously, I only look after Queenstown, but now we have two regions that I promote. One is Visit Southland, and another one is Visit Fiordland. As you can see, different colors shows you, where the boundaries are for each region. So this session, I'm gonna spend all my time talking about Southland. As hopefully in the very near future, Dashna is gonna have another session for my colleague Gemma, based in our Tiana office, to talk about Fiordland National Park, Milford Sound, Dowful Sound, and Dusky Sound, to give you more information. So yeah, if you have any questions, and then my contact details are at the end. But if you have any questions or any inquiries regarding those two regions, yeah, you can please feel to get in touch with me. So accommodation. Accommodation in Invercargill ranges from soon to be 4.5-star hotel. It's gonna be the southernmost hotel in the country. We have some high-end cottages for FIT travelers and honeymoon couples. We also have plenty of hotels, motels suitable for group tours through to some incredible farm stay and B&B properties that offer authentic agritourism experiences. Often when I travel to overseas, agents ask me, Ella, do you have some unique accommodation, unique places for my clients to stay? As you can see this picture, we have some incredible options in our region. If you want to know more, you can obviously find more information on our website or just get in touch with me or Dashna. Right, so we're gonna talk about the premium produce. So we all know the traveling foodies, they want to nourish themselves with the flavors of a destination. Southland is one of New Zealand's major food producing regions, from the land to the sea, with our strong agricultural heritage. Western Southland was the site of New Zealand's first farm, and the significance of our waterways and oceans providing us with some amazing seafood, as you can see in this picture. You can see some beautiful blue cod, which is abundant in New Zealand waters, and particular in this part of the country, in the Four Strait, that's between Bluff and Stewart Island, and around Stewart Island as well. Actually, it is a very premium fish, and it's also usually it's a fisherman's choice when you enjoy a day out on a guided fishing trip with them. Also, Southland Power in Australia, I think they call them abalone, is the largest species of abalone in the world. And the restaurants like Oyster Cove, which I will talk about a bit more, feature a beautiful creamy power dish on the menu. This is one of the top eateries in our city, in our region, particularly if you're a seafood lover. And also, I'm sure many of you have heard about Bluff Oyster. Bluff Oyster is to Southland what the pasta is to Italy. This famous delicacy is one of our region's most iconic dishes. It is available seasonally from March to August, and even has its own festival, the Bluff Oyster Festival. Uh, and also this festival where the rugged meets the rich history of our region and also celebrate the tasty treat here in Bluff happens in May. And also this event is probably the most difficult event to get tickets to in New Zealand. Many of our local restaurants offer a farm to fork philosophy with a beautiful food story, positioning Southland as a must-do for foodies. As I understand, many of your clients might have a special dietary requirement. All those restaurants, they do have a vegetarian or vegan menu, and they are very open to work with our travel trade partners to accommodate your client's request. So the oyster are actually really, really big and very juicy and creamy as well. So, so there's a company or shop, it's called a Seriously Good Chocolate, which actually is right next door to our office. It's very tempting. We're often popping to get some beautiful hot chocolate and amazing treats. So they actually offer chocolate making classes, and that's suitable for FIT visitors and also for groups as well. And a fusion of unique southern flavors and storytelling also is operated by Jen. And so obviously the clients, the customers will making chocolate with the staff there and also eaten by you at the end of the class as well. So the minimum is 5 packs, and certainly they can accommodate larger groups as well. Also, there's a bigger commercial kitchen upstairs. If your clients or any of the groups wanting some very unique cooking classes, and the demonstration is also available upon request. So let's check out some iconic activities and places in our region. So Bill Richardson Transport Museum. Invercargill is celebrated as a mecca of all things Wales, with a global famous cycling races, motorcycle rallies, and a museum. So this museum is actually one of the largest private automobile collection of its type in the world, here, right in the heart of Invercargill. So the whole site is actually, the whole museum is about 15,000 square meters, which is quite large. So that's why we strongly suggest your clients have minimum 3 hours to enjoy the whole collection. They also have this beautiful cafe on site as well. It's a great family experience. As I mentioned, good for FIT and also group experience. So guided tours also available as well. One thing I do want to mention, because it is amazing venues, often it's probably the most popular gala dinner venues in town and also in the lower South Island regions. As you can see in this picture, you can have some beautiful gala dinners and a awards night, and also at the same time, the clients and the delegates can actually enjoy and also have a tour, a private tour of this stunning museum. I know many of you not only doing travel trade, also you would have divisions or the team looking after the incentive. Previously, I was in Queenstown. I also looked after incentive business. So if you want to know more, please also get in touch with me as well. Right. So also another business, another product in our region is called a motorcycle mecca. It's located in the heart of Invercargill as well. So it's a great collection of motorcycle and artwork, some dating back to 1902. It's actually housed in a magnificent restored historical building in Invercargill. They have some incredible and also iconic bikes like Harley Davidson, Britain and India, along with some amazing pieces to the great likes Ivan Mauger. As I mentioned, also it's a FIT experience, and also they're certainly open to work with a travel trade to have a group coming through, have a private tours. And also it's a great place for some cocktail evenings and cocktail events for your incentive clients as well. So we recommend at least 1.5 hours to explore this collection. So dig this. Next one, dig this. So it is a heavy machinery playground. One is the only one in the Southern Hemisphere, located in Invercargill. It's probably about only 5 minutes drive from downtown Invercargill. The clients can operate diggers, bulldozers, and also bobcats to perform a set of tricks and skills under the guidance of fully trained instructors. Group bookings up to 27 packs per hour, but also spectators also allowed as well. Perfect FIT experience if your clients are after some very, very unique experience in the country. Right, I know many of your clients are thinking some adventure, journaling experience when they are in New Zealand. So I'm going to present you with this incredible experience. It's called shark cage diving. It's located in Bluff. Personally, I have done this actually in February this year. It is a mind-blowing, once in a lifetime opportunity. And also it is a Quanmark activity. So this activity is operating from October to May each year under the guidance of experienced skipper and also instructors as well. This full day experience departing from Bluff, which is the southernmost town in New Zealand. And Bluff is about a 30 minutes drive from Invercargill. So there's a whole experience. It's obviously it's a wildlife encounter, and also they talk about the shark conservation as well. So it's a very informative experience. Your clients, they don't have a previously diving experience required, and also they will have a bit of training, diving training provided as well, but they must be comfortable in water. So viewing deck on board, if guests not wanting to get wet or get too close to these amazing creatures. So it is the only one in New Zealand. Also, we understand there are a couple of operators in Australia, but our advantage is because the water is so clear, clean, and also because the water temperature is relatively cooler. So sharks, they congregate here. And in the past 2-3 years time, the success rate to see shark has been 98% compared with other sites, not only in Australia, around the globe, they have a much less chance to see sharks. So brown kiwis. And as you all know, we call ourselves kiwis as well, not just the fruit. But here, actually Stewart Island, which is the 3rd largest island in New Zealand, is the best place to see some brown kiwis. I didn't know before I moved to Southland, actually those brown kiwis are really big. They are the size of a turkey, so it's really large. Because they have a different behavior, so it's actually very easy to spot them during the day as well. So Stewart Island is home to New Zealand's largest kiwis. There are actually 15,000 kiwis on Stewart Island, and only 400 people live on the island. And as I just mentioned, you can see the kiwis during the day on the walking track, and also guided kiwi spotting tours are one of the most popular activities on the island, and often happens at night. So different operators on Stewart Island, And nighttime experience starts in the late summer months from December to March. Often they start in 9:30 and probably go on for an hour. Again, suitable for group and FIT visitors. Hector Dolphin. Southland provides you with an authentic New Zealand experience where you can see some rare wildlife like dolphin, the smallest and the cutest one. And so this picture is taken in Catlins. It's only about 40 minutes drive from Invercargill. It's not too far at all. So I'm going to actually tell you a bit more about Bluff and Stewart Island. So Bluff is a very small seaside town, about 30 minutes drive from Invercargill. And there's plenty to see and to do here. And the signpost in this picture is probably the most popular spot for visitors to take photos, post on Instagram and Facebook. And just across the road next door is Oyster Cove Restaurant, which is an amazing restaurant, have an amazing view of the ocean. Right, Stewart Island. So Stewart Island is New Zealand's third largest island off the coast, and is also the closest civilization to the South Pole. The island is actually the twice size of Singapore. This place has got a significant history of Maori stories, and many of the island original settlers have ancestors still living on the island. Stewart Island is about a 20 minutes flight with a Stewart Island flight from Invercargill Airport, or 1 hour ferry ride from Bluff to Stewart Island. Charter experience also available via helicopter or plane. And obviously you can also charter a boat to go on the island as well. For the adventure, for the clients they're seeking some adventures, there are options to charter a beach landing on the other side of the main island at Mason's Bay, which is a very unique experience. Along with the significant cultural history of early Maori settlers, the island is amazing, turning to a heaven for a native birds. 97% of the island is conservation land. So the bird lives well protected and are thriving in these conditions. During 2020 last year, so Stewart Island actually was the most heavily visited destination in New Zealand. So all Kiwis actually realized Stewart Island is actually an incredible destination. So now we strongly recommend your clients in the future, please book ahead. They have limited accommodations on the island, so we don't want disappoint your clients. Although they do have a wide range of accommodation from backpackers, if people are into hiking, or some beautiful high-end lodges if your client's looking for a refined experience. Also, one thing I want to mention, this picture, Stewart Island skyline also protected with the International Dark Sky Island Sanctuary designation, meaning the unpolluted skies and a clear view of the Milky Way. It is incredible, and also it is probably the best spot to see the Southern Lights, Aurora Australasia. And so yeah, also Stewart Island, people often would go for experience some great walks. Rockura track is one of New Zealand's greatest walk. And again, they have a couple of hours and ride to multi-days suitable for different clients with different fitness level. Right, so, and right now moving to the events. So in our region, we have some incredible events throughout the year. So in February, which is the Bird Monroe, is one of its kind of largest event in Australasia. So you can see motorcycle racing, and also in the racetrack, and also in downtown as well, which is a very fun event. Often the accommodation books out 1 year in advance. Also in May, we have Oyster Festival, which I mentioned, and also it's very popular, and other events in June, July. So also here, there are some classic itineraries I recommended for your clients. And as you can see, you can fly into Invercargill from Auckland and visit Transport World Museum and Riverton, which is another small seaside town, about 30 minutes drive from Invercargill. on day 2, and we think Stewart Island is a must do, and obviously visit Bluff on the way there, have a dinner on the way back at the Oyster Cove restaurant. Day 3, and it's a short drive to Catlin, so only about 40 minutes, where you can see dolphins and some incredible wildlife as well. So the second itinerary is a self-drive, and obviously driving from Queenstown is only about 2 hours, and your clients can visit a motorcycle mecca in the afternoon. Day 2, and for young couple and or family, they want a bit of adventure, a bit of excitement. We think shark cage diving is a must to do in our region. And also day 3, clients can travel to Riverton via Southern Scenic Route. There are many spots for to take some beautiful photos. Travel to Tiana and to see Milford Sound. And the third itinerary is designed for the families, and vice versa. Often everyone wants to go to Milford Sound or Doubtful Sound. So Tiana, it is the gateway. So from Tiana, you travel to Riverton, and where you have a lunch and go for a wander. There's some really amazing shops there, and staying in Makako for the first night. Second night, again, Stewart Island or Bluff. Day 3, and we think the kids definitely is going to love the chocolate making class. We do have this beautiful park, it's called Queen's Park, right in the downtown of Invercargill. Okay, so I think that's enough of me today, and I just want to say thank you for your ongoing support. And yeah, I mean, thank you again, Dashner, for giving us this amazing opportunity to showcasing our region and what we have on offer. So please don't be a stranger, and please get in touch with me if you have any questions. And this always only very limited time. Our region has so many other incredible experiences I want to tell you about. And yeah, so take care. We look forward to welcoming your clients to our region and you in the near future. So thank you, take care, and namaste. Thank you so much. Bye.